This is the northeast of England, a part of the UK that voted overwhelmingly to leave the European Union. It is also a part of the world where I was born and raised, and where the vast majority of my family voted to leave the EU in the referendum. The exception being my 84-year-old mother, who, wanting to ensure her part in leaving a legacy of freedoms and opportunities to young people that she never had when she was a young person, decided to vote Remain, and therefore bucking the media narrative. Being here on holiday away from my balcony overlooking the Atlantic Ocean, one thing strikes me immediately. There is no evidence of the European Union here at all. No yellow stars and blue flags, not even on the car license plates. Europe may as well be a land of a child's morality tale, a place where you go if you are different. This is England, the land of fish and chips and imperial measurements. Europe is invisible in this part of the world, and it feels irrelevant. And that's important to remember when trying to understand why the people here voted to leave the European Union. The grim north is a cliché, but like most clichés, it has a ring of truth to it. A lot of people in the northeast of England live from one wage packet to the next. It's pound-land economics of charity shops and reduced for a quick sale items. Jobs are both on the line and hard to find. Project Fear is Project Reality in the northeast of England, and that is while being in the invisible and seemingly irrelevant European Union. The logic here is, if that's how things are inside the EU, and you are telling us we are going to suffer being outside the EU, well, what's the difference? What have we got to lose by leaving? And we might just gain freedoms, sovereignty, and the control of immigration. For many people in this region, and others like it throughout the UK, it seems a risk worth taking. The hard sell to remain is made even harder by having to battle with half a century of narrative against the EU, spun by the media and successful governments, too afraid and unwilling to challenge the popular mood and too tempted to use the European Union as a scapegoat for some of their own failings. And these two pillars of establishment would otherwise be seen as contemptible and untrustworthy when it comes to Europe, are seen very much here as the oracle, the soothsayer, and therefore the truth of anything to do with Europe. The invisibility cloak needs to be pulled away to reveal the benefits that the EU brings and has brought to the people in regions like the Northeast. The threat of Project Fear means nothing. It already is Project Reality and has been for decades and generations. To break that 50 years of constant rhetoric, we have to start talking the language of the leavers. And we will never do that until we start to understand exactly what life is like for people in regions like the northeast of England.